All right, back here on SportsLine, we're going to talk some football now, get into the Ryan Tannehill discussion, get into where he fits in, what's happened this offseason, his return to the team last week. Talk some of that. We bring in our guy Jonathan Hutton from the Electric Power Company Sunday Sports Central. We bring in our Titans insider, Jonathan Hutton of Outkick now. Jay Hutt, we finally got to hear from Ryan Tannehill this week. Do you feel any differently after what he had to say?
Steve, we know that his goal is to be a part of the solutions that bring a franchise a championship. And last season's exit was abrupt. For the second straight January, everything that they've worked for to accomplish meant nothing because of that no-show in the postseason. And that stings. Scars remain. John Robinson wears his emotions on his sleeve. We saw that at the Combine and how that loss still lingers to Cincinnati. So I wasn't surprised to learn that Tannehill, it took a while for him to get over that performance. There would be something wrong if he didn't say that or approach it that way going into this offseason.
The biggest headline, obviously, was the "my job isn't to mentor him" line in regards to his relationship with Malik Willis. In fairness, no one in that building has ever said anything but glowing things about Tannehill as a teammate and a leader. So has too much been made of that soundbite, or what did you make of it?
Well, what you said is completely fair, Steve. Too much from that soundbite, yes, from the sense of job requirement. It's not a job requirement, but would I prefer that my top quarterback approach that differently? Absolutely. The optics of this were poor. My guess is Tannehill would answer that question differently if it were about Logan Woodside, because Logan Woodside poses zero threat and offers zero solution for the future of that position. He's a good backup. Malik Willis is a backup who poses a threat to Tannehill's job long term. Maybe not immediately, but the Titans officially started that conversation by drafting Malik Willis in the third round. And Tannehill's answer told us he's definitely aware of that as well. And now he needs to go win in 2022 more than he needs to mentor the backup.
Well, it is Tannehill's job for this season, but after the way things ended in the playoffs and now the way the offseason has started, what will you be looking for from Tannehill this fall?
Well, this is layered because it's not all on him, but everything is connected to him. He has a new passing game coordinator in Tim Kelly. Does that mean they get back to more of the 2020 version of the offense that was so successful? How about pass protection? How quickly can he build a rapport with Robert Woods and Traylon Burks and Austin Hooper? And look, we know he can play well in the regular season. In big moments, in January, is he capable of taking his game to the next level? We have not seen that here, and that's got to happen right now for him.
A lot of questions at the quarterback position for the Titans this offseason. More on the offense straight ahead. A lot of stuff to talk about, and we're going to keep talking about with Ryan Tannehill. In terms of the pieces around him, though, those are some questions to deal with as well. John Burton joined Jonathan Hutton for that.
Let's bring Jonathan Hutton back in here now. Jay Hutt, we talked a lot last week about Traylon Burks needing to step up and fill a lot of the production of A.J. Brown. But Nick Westbrook-Akina is now the leading returning receiver on this Titans team. What is a realistic expectation for him as a receiving threat?
For me, John, it's just be exactly what he was last year. He had career highs in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. All great marks. But that's his role. He needs to continue to be a valve of the offense that Tannehill can rely on for crucial chain-moving plays on scoring drives. He should not be, and this is no knock on him, among the first few names that we rattle off when we're discussing playmakers of the 2022 Titans offense. But that doesn't mean he can't play a big role for them. He's a good player, but A.J. Brown's departure doesn't mean, in my mind, a bigger opportunity for Nick Westbrook-Akina. He needs to be a nice option in offense that's built at every level.
Well, Mike Vrabel and John Robinson said the goal for this offseason was to make the team around Ryan Tannehill better through free agency and the draft. Have they done that in your mind?
They've done everything they can given the financial circumstances without messing up future cap structure if they don't see the results that they hope to see. I like Traylon Burks, Robert Woods, and Austin Hooper, JB. I know you do too. But to me, the 2022 season is about Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry and Taylor Lewan and the offensive line that they've invested in previously. The decisions on contracts that they made a couple of years ago, that's what's going to form the nucleus of Robinson's front office that they put together and they bet on back in 2018 and 2019. If that happens, if they form that nucleus, then they've bought into this whole concept. They can